So this kata is called Heian Shodan. A lot of the moves are different than what you'd expect or see in goju-ryu. However, they're similar in Shotokan. A lot of the things that change are a lot of the hand positions and chamberings and how you move through the stances. The first thing I'll go over is that none of the stances and none of the movements have C steps. So for a low block, which I'll go over later, instead of stepping out like this, you simply step forward. This represents a lot more push in Shotokan. Try stepping directly into the stance, pushing forward. The first move is a low block. The way that you chamber a low block in Shotokan is up high with the hands set like this. One hand in a fist beside your ear, and one hand pointing down low. You step forward and block. From the side, it looks like this. And then from behind, that's the first big move in the kata. Another thing to note is that while in the video I sometimes make mistakes because Goju's left its mark on me, a lot of the chambering positions, instead of being high, are more low. So try to remind yourself to keep your hand low in Shotokan. The next move that is really important in this kata is high blocks. So high blocks are a little bit different. Instead of coming through the middle, like goju-ryu does, these blocks come from here. So this pulls back and this moves up, pulling back and moving up. So these are done in a much different chambering position with your hand fully forward as it comes up to block. The next big move and stance in this kata are shutos. These are much different than the ones that we learn in goju-ryu. Instead of strikes that come out like this or around, which is what we typically do, these shutos are more like blocks. So the way that the hands are held are like this. So one hand is sitting along the stomach here, right above the belt. The other one is out, sort of at eye level. It's a little bit at eye level. And in a similar blocking position as you would a middle block or a kakeuke, but instead of being close like a kakeuke could be, it's more out and you're sort of pushing an arm away. The stance that I'm in is called the back stance. So this stance, I forget the name in Japanese, but the stance is more of like a heavy weight on your back leg and very light on your front leg, let's say 70-30. So it's kind of like an elongated cat stance. This leg here has your foot pointing this way and your front foot is pointing this way. So this stance puts a lot of the weight on your back leg, very little on your front leg, and it should be kind of like a modified shiko stance. So here's shikodachi. Here is, it's kokutsu-dachi. So here's kokutsu-dachi, here's shikodachi, kokutsu-dachi. So sort of changes up how you're moving through your kata, and what it represents is sort of like a leaning back in a fight to burst forward later. If you have any more questions about how this kata is done or any nuances, please shoot me a message.